Good afternoon, Big Brother fans. Today is Wednesday, December 24th, 2025. And you haven't heard from me since October on this little podcast. Thought I would pop in, say hello, catch you guys up on life in general and reality TV to a certain extent, but really, well, a tiny bit of Big Brother news, I guess, but nothing major as far as the Big Brother universe. I certainly have no word. There's not going to be a winter edition of Big Brother or something like that. Let me think. Should I do the Big Brother news first? I probably should. So, really, I mean, there has been Big Brother news, right? There's been all talks about all the different folks from Big Brother 27, Morgan, Vince. Are they a thing? Are they not? They're not a thing, first of all. Are they even talking? What's been going on? There's no major news that I really care about. It's all silly gossip. The only thing that I did want to mention is that apparently a few days ago, Mickey was having major issues with the flu and actually had several instances of cardiac arrest while she was in the hospital being treated for the flu. So she was in critical but stable condition the last I heard, and I haven't gone looking for more information, but just keep her in your thoughts. You don't want that to happen to anybody. So that was not great news to get the other day. Other than that, in the Big Brother universe, they are still milking their fame. They've been seen at many different events. There's rumors about, are these people together? Are these people not? I don't care. I don't care that much. So we're not going to delve into that. There's tons of stuff going on along those lines that you can get online if you want to. But for us, at least for me, don't care that much. Moving on. Just best of all thoughts possible to Mickey. Keep her on mind, especially right now in the middle of the holiday season for everyone. So, other than that, though, so just general reality TV stuff. I am not a Housewives person. I am not a Survivor person per se. My most recent stint in watching Survivor was when I knew one of the people that was on it a couple of seasons ago, or 3 seasons ago at this point, and had met a couple of Survivor castmates that was like, okay, I can root for these people. I like these. That was the kind of 2 seasons that I kind of had a thing. And then after that, it's like, nah, I don't care again. Now, season 50 is coming up. That may be interesting. I am, however, much more into a couple of other reality shows. One big one that has blown up, but you guys know I've been talking about it since I first started watching it with the Australian version many years ago, is Traitors. Traitors has had several different seasons since Big Brother. Well, right when Big Brother was ending, and right after it ended. I just realized I want to talk about a little bit about Big Brother. So let's take it half a step back. Big Brother, in addition to the U.S. season, has in the interim since I talked to you guys, had a UK and a Australian version. Both were okay. Both were good. I watched them. I enjoyed them. I provided ways for people to watch them if they couldn't watch them easily themselves. If you're interested and you haven't figured out, let me know. You can always email me at ilovereality@gmail.com, because some of you, I'm sure, just don't get on the socials. I only do Periscope. I only do Blue Sky, really. And but if you don't want to do that, you can always reach out to me via email. Did I just hit something? Oops! I accidentally hit a sound effect on my on my app. Sorry about that. I think it was laughter. So yeah. Okay, that's funny. So you've got that as an option. You can catch up with those if you're looking for something to watch. You can watch the Big Brother UK and the Big Brother Australia if you want to. They are not like Big Brother USA. I've talked about that enough. I'm not going to go back through it, but they are still. I enjoyed watching them. They are much more about people, not about gameplay, and much more about relationships and things like that. So those happen. But also at the same time, there have been a couple of seasons of Traitors that have gone out from different countries. UK has had their seasons. They actually had a celebrity season for the first time, and Ireland actually had a season too. which I watched. And again, I have made those able to watch. If you follow me on Blue Sky, you would have known. But if not, email me at ilovereality@gmail.com, and I will let you know how you can watch those as well if you want to catch up and are looking for something to see. U.S. is having a version come out. Season 3? Season 4? Which one is it? They have a season coming out in January. January 8th, as a matter of fact. And, as it so happens... Oh, wait, I'll get to that another one. Because I was on Instagram looking for some other information, I happened to catch that there is that there are some people throwing a premiere party in Chicago on January 8th, which is when the first episode of Traitors will air. So I'm like, oh. And it's not just that. It's kind of an exclusive one, and I don't mean exclusive like an ooh. I just mean only 30 fans. And it's hosted by someone that you all probably know named Johnny Fairplay. Johnny Fairplay was on Survivor. Johnny Fairplay is the one that famously pretended that his grandmother had passed away on Survivor to try to gain sympathy. He's also since then been quite the villain on other reality shows and in the wrestling world. And going back to the late 2000s, after his stint on Survivor, he would call into a radio show, Ron and Fez, on Sirius XM, a show that I also would call into to talk about Big Brother. He would call in to talk about Survivor, but he also had Big Brother opinions. And I'm pretty sure at one point or another we both talked at the same time to Ron and Fez. We were both on the air at the same time, I think. But even if we weren't, he and I exchanged a few messages. Now, the relationship back then was, the same thing. I was just a website, fan. He was an actual TV star, so it's not like he probably even remembers me. But we did communicate a couple of times, and he's a showman. He knows what he's doing. He's all about the show. He's so love him or hate him, the guy is putting on a show. He's hosting it, and I was like, but the real thing that sold me on it was the other person that is co-hosting it with him is Rachel Riley. So Rachel Riley and Johnny Fairplay are hosting a preview of the Traitors, or a preview, the premiere party for the Traitors with only 30 fans. So it was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that because I can. It's on a night when I don't have anything else going on. I checked out. It's like a Thursday night, and so I thought I'm gonna do that, and so I've signed up for it. I paid. Tickets, by the way, they're $100. Now, when you think about it, I realized, to me, years ago, I would have said, there's no way in the world I'm paying $100 for something like that. But, let me remind you again, 30 people. The thing runs from I think it's either 6 or 6:30 till 10 p.m. at night. It runs, it's like, so there'll be 2.5 hours before the show starts that I'm expecting that we're going to have Johnny Fairplay and Rachel Riley's full and undivided attention, right? We'll be able to talk with them. And there's only 30 people, so I like to talk, so I'll be participating in whatever is being discussed or whatever is going on. I just think it's going to be a cool experience. And on top of that, on the drive home, late Thursday night, guess what I'm going to be doing? I'm going to be doing this, recording my thoughts and everything that happened and sharing with you guys and letting you know. So it's like a bonus for me. I get to talk about it. I get stories to tell. I get to meet some people. It's going to be cool. I'm excited for it. So that's happening on January 8th. So Traitors is coming. And I'm still enjoying it. And they also, by the way, announced that they are casting, because one of my big problems with the Traitors US versus the Traitors UK is that it's been all celebrities, right? It's all, and I say celebrities, reality TV celebrities of some fashion. And so it's like, I like it when it's people that I don't know. So that's, and UK always has done non-celebrities. Now, they did a celebrity version recently, and it was still good because they didn't know most of the people. But they announced that they are casting a regular folks version of Traitors in the USA. And so that's out there. If you don't know about it already, you may want to check it out. They are still casting. They announced it a couple of months ago. So That's going to be something cool. My concern and my fear is, this is now, I will have to admit, this is now probably my favorite reality show of the genre, as opposed to, I'm not a, Big Brother kind of stands on its own. It's its own little creature. It's live. It's so different from everything else that I cannot lump it in with the other shows. But if you said, what's your favorite reality show besides Big Brother, it's The Traitors. I have been enjoying it. I talk about it all the time, and so yes, I'm happy they are doing a non-celebrity version of USA, folks. I'm very excited about that. So those are the things. We're not talking about non-reality shows, right? I'm watching all kinds of TV, lots of TVs. I would tell you, if you haven't watched Pluribus, it just finished up. It is an Apple TV show. It is made by the same person that made Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. And it is just another. It's totally different from those, except for the camera work. And the lead character is from Better Call Saul. But it is awesome. It is awesome. I enjoyed it so much. And I'm terribly disappointed that, much like every other 10-season show now that's streaming, it's gone now for we won't get another season for a year and a half or 2 years. But there are enough other things that are dropping always. There's always something coming back that was last on 2 years ago, right? Or a year ago. So there's stuff out there. I'm just going to miss waiting for that one. What else to tell you? Reality TV. Why was I on Instagram? Because I said I was on Instagram looking for something when I saw the announcement about the party in Chicago. Well, I was on Instagram. I clicked on something else from a news story. But the first thing on the Instagram news story was someone from my friend from Sequester, Mark. Mark was on Sequester with me my second season. And it turned out, and this was after, I don't think I talked about this I don't think I knew this in October. It came out right at the end of Big Brother or right after Big Brother. I'm watching the preview for the Squid Games, the challenge. So Squid Games, the challenge, remember, is a reality TV version of the Korean show Squid Game, except for the people aren't really dying. They're just being eliminated, but it is done in the fashion of Squid Game, where people actually got killed on the TV show, in the drama, fictional drama. And so they did it with 500 people a couple of years ago, and one person won $4.5 million. And one of the people on that show was someone who I played Sequester with way back when, named Dash Katz was on it. I was like, oh my gosh, my friend Dash is on it. Matter of fact, 2 years ago, the first year I went out to New York for the Big Brother premiere party for Big Brother 26, Dash was there. And I already knew Dash at this point. And did I know he was on Squid Game? I don't think he was on Squid Game at this point. Or maybe he was. I don't remember. Doesn't matter. Dash and I, hung out, talked. And I also had lunch with Mark. My wife and I had lunch with Mark from Sequester, who hadn't even applied for Squid Game at that point. But we had lunch. And so when I was watching the premiere for the season 2 of Squid Game The Challenge, I'm like, wait, that's Mark. I just saw Mark in the preview, and I freaked out. And yes, indeed, Mark was on Squid Game, The Challenge Season 2. He does not win. I can tell you, spoiler, I'll tell you that much, because if he did win, you might have already heard about it. But he does not win, but he is on it, and I knew that he would be just the fact that he was on the previews, that he was going to have a decent storyline. You would get to see him quite a bit, and you do get to see him quite a bit. So, those of you that watched it, you've already seen it probably. Those of you that didn't, you probably don't have any interest. It definitely is a specific type of person that wants to watch this kind of reality show. But I will say, it was a blast to watch Mark on it. My time is running out. I'm going to clean this up, guys, because I'm back on my free play and I only have 15 minutes. So I have 30 seconds to say goodbye. Maybe I'll do another one of these in a couple of days. I'm going to record something special for my patrons, I think, either sometime in the next couple of days. But thank you for listening. We'll sign off. Be well. I hope you have a great holiday season and however you celebrate. And just think good thoughts and be well. And we'll talk to you soon, all right? Thanks for your support, everybody. Appreciate you. Take care. Bye-bye.